confirm, send me a DM if you can get my voice clearly so that I can the audio works fine. Okay, so I'm waiting. Alright, thank you. So we'll just go straight into the analysis. Today is Wednesday. Today being Wednesday, a lot has already happened. A lot. Starting with DXY, right? So on Monday when we met, we carefully analyzed DXY, starting from the monthly time frame, went down to the weekly time frame, and also the daily time frame, the 8 hours time frame, and 4 hours. And so we ascertained that DXY was bullish, and I said after defining the daily range from the swing low to the swing high, that DXY is going to pull back into the discount level before continuation, of which did. So this was like the first POI in the discounts, which was I remember saying this was the equilibrium. And then so what price eventually did was it respected this POI here. So price respected this POI right here and then moved on. So it is presently heading towards the drawn liquidity right now. That is what DXY is showing, but other pairs might be showing something different. Alright, so for Euro USD, yeah, this was the analysis done on it. So on Monday when I met with you guys, I said Euro is presently trading in a downtrend, and when you come down to a lower time frame, you can see a little bit of structure here being the last one, right? But then that price will trade back. I remember saying, I recollect saying price is most likely going to sweep liquidity. Yes, I recollect saying price is most likely going to sweep liquidity, which is this liquidity. Like I said, it's that price was at least going to take it up because all this market structure here was choppy, and so eventually that's what price did, going up, taking all liquidity here. And then I marked the OB. I marked the other block from the 4 hours. I just completed it. I just marked the whole box there. Okay, you're not seeing the screen. Those in Telegram cannot see the screen. Why? Let me do it again. I think something's wrong with it. You can confirm now if you can see the screen. Okay. Confirm. Just send me a DM that you can see the screen. Then. Alright. So since this is Euro USD, so Euro USD what we marked here. So starting from DXY, for those ones that you were not seeing the screen before, this is what I was saying. Price traded into the discount level, retested it, and is presently heading towards the drawn liquidity. Then for Euro USD, price swept the liquidity that I marked as of a Monday. That when I remember, I said that this market structure was choppy. Everything here was very choppy, and most likely prices gonna just go up, sweep it. And then I remember marking the OB from the 4 hour time frame. This one here, I covered the whole box and I said we're going to use the consequent encroachment in that level, and take profit should be the body of this candle, not just the ERL, because I feel like price might just reverse soon. But eventually price has already even gone 3 hour already, so this is like 3 hour here. So if it's that you took that trade as instructed, at least you'd have had 3 hour at least. There are several stop loss in the front though, so okay, this was GBPCHF. And for GBPCHF, remember marking out this box. And price kind of like came down but eventually just trooped up. So we now finally have a breakout on GBPCHF for a buy continuation, although this market structure seems to be choppy. So this is what I think is going to happen next. Sorry about that. So this is what I think is going to happen next, since this is a external breaker structure here. So before that we have a sweep of so we have a sweep of liquidity just here, right, situated rightly below this level here. So you can see the liquidity sweep here, right? So what price is most likely going to do is going to use the liquidity here. I think there's a liquidity there, reverse back into this level and then go. Let's confirm if that is true. So there's an unmitigated OB, or that is an unmitigated OB. So the liquidity I was looking at was here. This is in 2 hours. You might not see it, but let's go to 1 hour to see it clearly. So you go to 1 hour, you see that there's a liquidity spot here. Just mark it as X. So mark it there as X. So what I was saying is in 4 hours price should pull back into this level. Okay, so the price pulls back into this level, then we'll take a buy continuation from here. Anyway, so today is what now? Today is Wednesday. Okay, so since today is Wednesday, we'll see major distribution of price starting from today. I started from today basically. Starting from today, major distribution. So see price distributing a lot. Okay. So that's for GBPCHF. So moving on to the next one, we'll have what's the next one? Okay, for EUR AUD. So for EUR AUD, this was what we marked, that the last breaker structure was around this level. Okay, so the last breaker structure is around this level here in 4 hours here, and I marked out this POI here. I think it's maybe 2 hours. Let's see. So I marked out that level there. That's price will most likely trade into it. Wait, hold on, I don't know why that is like that stuff. It's a rejection bar. I think we have already missed it because the OB here is 2 hours. I don't know why I marked rejection bar instead of the OB itself. I think I marked the OB from 4 hours. I most likely missed this already. So this was where price was supposed to reverse from. So I'll just delete this 0. Just delete it because I think price has mitigated already. Because after mitigation of this POI here, you can see the structure that followed is a two-breaker structure confirming the down move. So you can see here the first breaker structure occurred here and the second breaker structure occurred here. So what was next? So what happened next? Price came up, aspect liquidity here, and then dropped from that place downwards. Okay, now if you traded if you're trading what I also taught you the last session, we met the displacement itself. So you would have gotten maybe a sell from here, as this was a sweep of liquidity here, right? So when price displaced here, this is displacement 2. So when price displaced here, this pullback into this Fibonacci level around I think 23.6 will have given you an entry here. So that's 23.6 here. So but then let's just leave that. So that's on euro. That's on euro AUD. That's on euro AUD. Okay, moving on, and we have AUD card. So for AUD card, the buy is still on. So remember, during the last session I said that the market structure shift seems to have occurred here, confirming it from like 2 hours where we had two breaker structures already too. Hopefully, we don't know, but hopefully it goes up. And I don't know, this thing is not pressing. Why is it not pressing? So we had the first break here and the second break here. You might not see it, but you go down to 1 hour and then you see it there. Okay, so that confirmed the structure shift, given that this was the last breaker structure and then this became the origin of the breaker structure. So the origin of breaker structure automatically became the liquidity spot. Okay, became the liquidity, and then what price did, or what price did, the level we marked was a 2-hour OP, which is this other block here, and presently that's where price is trading from. So we'll just wait until price goes up and clear up this liquidity, which is the external liquidity above this level. Hopefully that happens. If it doesn't happen and he eventually turn back to hit stop loss, it's still fine though. So that's the structure from the for AUD card rather. Then for USDJPY, you know, we had a buy that I said we were going to like take, but then price did not pull back. Price just wait. For JPY, if you go to your chart, you can confirm that JPY they didn't really do a pullback. Thank God that we even took catch JPY, because those JPYs did not even do any pullback. They just like went boom away from our POIs, because we're buying, right? We had buyers on the JPY pairs. So I'm a little bit down on the weather. I feel cold. Suddenly the weather is now cold. Just imagine we didn't have a matter, nothing. The rain is now falling. Rain. Okay. So let's continue. I'm trying to like research destinations. I'm trying to fix something here. Alright, let's just continue. I'll do this later. So for USDJPY, this is what I'm expecting, and hopefully price just continues going up, but then This one, I don't think we have any business with this one for this week. Maybe from next week. So on that note, I'll just delete the markings or annotations that we've had on it, because it's a bit from next week, because I'm not seeing any price action that is going to bring it down for us to trade anything, and we don't trade reversals anyhow, so we'll just leave it like that. Next we go to gold. Now for gold, yeah, I'm going to teach you with my strategy this morning. If you want to use it on gold, you can use it, but you have to be very patient. I'm not going to teach this again. I'm just going to teach it once. I'm not going to teach it again. So if you want to trade gold, because I've been practicing, before I put anything out to teach anyone, they already beg me to do, but I just want to, because it helps. So I've practiced it for a long time, and just last week, which was this weekend, I completed the 1 year practice on it to just see how it is and how effective it is. And it's simple. If you want to trade gold, I know that gold respects more fair value gaps, right? But then there's a way you can also still trade gold and just ride along with the trend. So for every time price is trending in this way, the simple thing you should want to wait for is wait for a break of structure, let the price come back, sweep liquidity in the low, and trade the continuation like that every time. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to do it again. The only thing you're waiting for is the sweep of the liquidity, and it's not lower time frame. I'm not talking about lower time frame. I'm talking about the hour time frame, the hourly time frame from 1 hour 2 hours, especially 1 hour 2 hours. You wait for the sweep of the liquidity below the structure. Don't enter yet. Allow price reverse, gives you confirmation, then continue at every time. That sometimes you might not have any entry, right? Sometimes you might miss an entry. I'll give an example. So an example is presently the one that is going on now. Okay, the one that is going on now. So if you look at all of this, what's this now? If you look at all of these here, so you have the sweep of liquidity here. Well, given that, because it's a higher time frame sweep of liquidity, right? Price is not going to, price will always sweep. The truth is, price will always sweep liquidity, but will not show you obvious times when it's going to do that. So I'll just go to the tower time frame and just show you this stuff I've just done. Yeah, I'll show you at the present market structure. So I'm not showing you something that is just past. I'll show you the one that has happened before, but let's show you the one that's just happened, right? So I said first thing you want to wait for is wait for the structure to break, for the structure low to break a structure, which is if you are trending up. So this is a breaker structure here, right? And so when you find the origin, this is the origin here. So what you're waiting for is a sweep of the origin of which price works here. Okay, now I think this one, I don't think you will get an entry here, but let's just go and confirm. So you are going to confirm it's a structure shift. If you don't see it in 1 minute, you see it in 5 minutes. Once you don't see it in those minutes, you lock up. Okay, so this is the sweep of liquidity here. Alright, that's why as I looked at it, I knew I didn't give it my entry because I had my signal stuff here, my alerts rather, and since it didn't alert me, I knew I had a missed entry already. Guy, move! What the fuck is this? I don't get, like, so this is the 1 hour time frame, sorry, 1 minute time frame rather. And so if you look at this, right, it already taught you something like this one. So we have this, and then you have this new high, and then you have the last high here. before deployment. That's the level that led to the sweep of liquidity. Alright, now next thing you want to wait for is displacement. We have displacement 1 and we have displacement 2. So for displacement 1, we expect our price to go up, take out this high, and then reverse back. Alright, give us an entry and go. So it was displacement 1 I was waiting for before I slept off. This was around, it was yesterday, almost like midnight. So I was waiting for it, but then no entry. So if it had gone up, come back, and give my entry will exactly be at 23.6. So since this is the low, I take the Fibonacci up to the high, my entry would be exactly at 23.6. but there is something, when you look at the last level that broke structure, if it's too long, use 50%. So 50% of this will now be somewhere like this, and that's why you see my entry was here at 4585.64. so eventually after price displaced, it didn't give an entry. Alright, that's why. So you don't just trust this because I'm saying it. You go to your chart, find it out. Is it true? If it's not true, if it's true, you can use it. If it's not true, don't use it. Alright, it's not by force. Like I said, it's not going to happen all the time, but in a month you should have it happen at least 2 times or once. 2 times or once, right? So you do the assignment, go to your chart and check this things. I don't know what's wrong with this. Everything's hanging here. What the heck now? What's this? I'll just reload this. Trading view is frustrating itself, it's not me. Let me see. So let me refresh it. Okay. What's wrong with trading view this one? Network is perfect. Network is just fine. Okay. I should hold on. You can see the network is loading up, right? It's loading up. Don't know what's wrong. The network is up. Okay, it starts loading. I think it's ready now. I think it's ready now. So the whole thing is like hanging. That's why I won't be able to like go back and show you a lot. But then let me just let me switch it. This is for tribe, so let me just switch it to this. I think so it doesn't hang and I don't take too much time. So this is coming up. Oh dear Lord, just don't stress me this morning. This is my own chart. I want to just go straight to code. That's right. To tell you, I just completed it, so it will still be there. Okay. Can you now get the fork? Where are the annotations? Nowhere to be found. I know it's loading up. Okay, it's up. So pay attention before we continue what we're doing, right? So everything here is month by month, month by month. So this is January, so this is December. So in December, yeah, this is what we have. So it's not like you're not going to have stop loss. I'm telling you, you're going to have stop loss, but you're going to have more profits than your stop losses. The only thing you're waiting for is a sweep of liquidity of the low. If you're in a uptrend, you're waiting for a sweep of liquidity of the low. If you're in a downtrend, you're waiting for a sweep of liquidity of the high. Do you get that? But then I think it may be in a proper structure, or maybe I create a time and then I teach it. So this is December. This is November. Okay, I think in this November there was like 3 loss, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then 3 profits. And this is October, right? There are still structures inside though. There are structures inside though. So this is October. This is after October is what again? So this is September. So when you go and check it yourself, even the one I cannot see, you will see it too. So like I told you, I said the reference time frame you want to use is here is 1 hour, 2 hours. Wait for the 1 hour sweep or 2 hour sweep, then go and wait for a shift of structure in 1 minute or 5 minutes. Once it shifts in 1 minute, use Fibonacci level 23.6. Once it shifts in 5 minutes, use Fibonacci level 3.6. The same thing. Do you get? So just money. So that is just what you're going to use. Alright, 23.6 Fibonacci. Recently I found out that is what you majority. I recently found out that's what majority call what's that thing called now? Something CRT, CRT or TBS. So I don't know, but I know recently I just found out that's what they call it. And then I was like, okay, I've been trading this thing for a while now. I didn't know that this is what they call this one, but then it's fine. So you can go and check it yourself, and then it'll help you. Remember, key reference, because if I do mistake, if you want to go and check it on the one time frame, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, you're trying to be smart. I'm just telling you 1 hour, 2 hours, that's your reference time frame. If it's going to happen on 4 hours, obviously it happened on 2 hours. So that's what I'm telling you, 1 hour, 2 hours. But then you can do what you like. So that's on gold. The next is on BTC USD. Already I told you what to do for BTC USD. I think I've been telling you what to do for BTC since last year. I said BTC is going to buy for as long as it will. Do you get? BTC is going to buy for as long as it's going to buy. And I've told you, if you are going to buy, I said this is not when they say not a financial advice. I said this is a financial advice. I've told you to go and buy. Alright, to buy. So for those ones that have no, but for those ones that do not get an entry, as at the time when we got our entries, no problem. When it pulls back again, I will tell you when to buy again. Our first entry was around here. This level here was the first entry. First entry was here. And then it rebounded and gave us another entry around here. Second entry. So we have first here, we have second entry here. Okay. And then we're holding. And I remember after entering second entry around this level, because of this shift, I said it was because of this sweep also. So we liquidity here. So this is like a Quasimodo, a QMR. So price move from here. And now we now have a proper breakout. Alright, so let me look at something for us quickly. Okay, so look to the left, you have this. Okay, now this one is gone, so I'm going to wait for another entry. Okay, I'll wait on the entry. So this is where we got our own entry. That's why you have it here. We got our second entry at the rebound. This so our rejection here. This is our second entry. So it's like a break and a retest. So I'll just wait. Hold on. I think I'm seeing another one. Okay, yeah, I know I'm seeing another one. So another one, I've seen another entry that we're going to take off from. Is going to be here. So for BTC USD, this is it. This whole level is this, in fact, it's this whole level. You get. So I'll come back to it. Don't worry. When it gives us a proper entry, I'm going to tell us where to buy. So for BTC USD, you keep on buying because we are entering into the time when it's supposed to buy. Alright. It's not like all these currency pairs. It's just like gold. They are both very valuable commodities. Very, 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 very valuable commodities. And at that, they will respect more of the structures that keep on playing out, not because of just the buyers and sellers, but because of supply and demand on a larger scale. That is from investors. Okay, for removing this, from investors, from institutions, from the government, that is the federal government. Given that the White House, the United States, has now been invested deeply into Bitcoin, President Trump. So obviously you see reasons. So on GBP USD, I told you that we're going to be like selling from here, although there's no confirmation though. And then price surge to here. Now there's something that I want to break it down now. Now looking at what this guy is doing, presently strike trading up. Presently, yeah, it's trading up. Now let's go to the 2 hour time frame. This is the reason why last year we traded few USD pairs, honestly speaking, because of this rubbish they used to do. We traded few USD pairs last year because of this. But then let's see. So we have our first break of structure around this level now. So if you look to the left, you have a break of structure here, and then we have also a second break of structure here. So it's confirmed we're going up obviously. But then the price did not do that. In fact, price surged through this. This is supposed to be the origin of this break. So the origin is supposed to serve as a liquidity spot, at least for this fair value gap, because this is 2 hours now. So at least for this fair value gap here, because using this other block here is too far. So me, I don't know, when I say it's too far, to some people you might not understand what I mean, no, but to me it's too far. So if I go to, maybe let's go to 8 hours first. Okay, so looking at it like this now from the 8 hours, right, I can tell you that when structure starts shifting, because it shifted down, this was where the breakout occurred to sell, and now shifted up to buy, and then now it's shifting down to sell. When structure starts shifting this way, you should know 2 things are involved. It's either 1, the market wants to really continue going down, or 2, the market wants to consolidate, which is it just wants to start its own consolidation. So in order not to cut in the crossfire, you're going to just keep it. So this one looks like a bearish engulfing because of the way the market closes. So what you want to do is like, okay, wait for the reaction off in this level here, since this is the last break of structure. So you wait for the reaction off in this level. If peradventure as price is going up like this, it's going up like this, and then it goes here, and then it causes a shift like this, then it's a good idea to sell. Alright, it's a good idea to sell. So this is the only reason why you're going to be selling GBP USD. If you continue going up, retest back into this whole level here, it's a key level. So retest back into this level, and then causes a displacement like this, then it's a key to sell. But if you don't see that, avoid it with your full chest. Then for AUD USD, similar structure to same thing. So We had the sell bias. I don't know. No, we entered one. It's not no confirmation. This one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, we entered this one. We missed this entry, so we entered this one. So that's two losses. Now, what did I press? I know I've pressed rubbish. Okay. I know I pressed nonsense. So for ADUSD, it's still doing the same thing, like similar structure with GBP. But I don't like one structure keep on changing. Now if you look at this one here, you see that price has not been able to even go below this level. So this is a very strong support or strong demand level. Alright, what I would suggest is just wait, just let us wait and let price clear out, let it break out or do whatever it wants to do, and they will be in the clear. Same thing with GU. Instead of chasing price, to chase that sell even after the we just wait it out and see, okay, if price wants to do a range, something like that. So for AU, it's the same thing. Then we have NZD-USD also. NZD-USD too did not respect the sell bias too. None, without even any confirmation, it just burst through. And the way it's looking like, yeah, like I said, structure does not just pull away. We had a breakout here though, so it might be, oh, this is a break, a retest, and then price continue going up. So just wait. It's not doing any harm to wait. Let me just leave this one here because this one even makes more sense this way. So you can just wait, because if you look at it now, price is presently respecting a fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame here, right? It's situated in this level, and it has caused a breakout. So the possibility of these guys going up is there, but it's not strong, because if you look at the DXY, it's almost taking out the liquidity, but fuck DXY, and let's just focus on the pairs itself. So look at the pairs itself, yeah. Looking at the pairs itself, some of them are looking like they're consolidating, some of them are not looking like they're consolidating. You get? So on that note, we shall wait. So just leave the USDs, let them do what they want to do. You get? Let them do whatever they want to do. So this is USD CHF, yeah. USD CHF also did not respect our POI. It's still USD. Let it do what it wants to do. It has not yet broken. Has it broken structure? No, it has not yet broken structure. So if it reverses away from here, what I'm going to have is a double top. You see what I told you in the last session when we were talking about market structure. I said double tops are for when you see them in the trend, the end of the trend. Yeah, this is an uptrend and you're seeing a double top. If it forms, they lead to a shift in the trend. So that's just it. So that's if it forms. So if it forms. So how will you know if it's gonna form? When you wait. So when you wait. This year market structure on USD. A majority of us, trade USD pairs. So yeah, come on. Oh boy. So let's proceed. So that's USD section. Next we have this USD card. Honestly speaking, I'm just going to avoid these guys like this because same thing, this one is respecting the POI we marked on Monday, but I'm going to avoid it. I'm just going to leave it and move on to the next one for peace and sanity in my mind. Right, so we marked the GBP AUD here. We mark this, and the price is going to respect this level. It's a fair value gap from the 4-hour time frame. I think also from the 2-hour. Let me see. I think it has, yeah, it is 2 hours. So if you look at this, it's the 2-hour time frame fair value gap that price is presently respecting. and it looks promising. So if you took price off this reaction or this rejection that we had here, you should be in good profit by now. Who is going to say that? Okay, it's Techers. Techers say Techers say if you leverage on this, you should be in. You'll make a lot of money. So amazing nigga, amazing fellow. So on GBP AUD, this is what we have, and the sell continuation is playing out just as we analyzed on Monday, so we'll just leave that at that. Next we have GBP JPY. Like I said, JPY did not really give us any. I'm not sure that I turned this thing on. I knew I didn't turn it on, but I forgot to turn it on. So JPY is not really giving. Let me refresh this. JPY is not giving any pullback. All the if you check all the JPYs, you see that all of them, they bought the way they bought there. Even you yourself, you'll be surprised how they take the token. You see, even me myself, I shock. All JPYs, so not even some, all the JPYs. See the way they bought. Crazy things, crazy fellows. Oh boy, man knows his blocked. Okay. Ooh, yo, we wish you happy birthday. Okay. Alright. We don't load finish. Let's now go to chat. Can I move this? Okay. So let's proceed. So for GBP, if you look at this annotation, this drawing here is the exact thing I showed you on the gold. I told you to go and practice this on gold. Yeah, it's not like you cannot use it on other pairs. You can use it any pair you want to use it, but just practice it. Make sure you do, because that's how of course this GBP by here. Alright, it's just a continuation that did not happen. So what you want to check is, okay, is it in a uptrend? Yes. The last place that broke structure, find it, identify it, mark it, wait for the shift. I've told you the reference time frame to use 1 hour, 2 hours. If you use lower than that, anything your eyes see, you take it like that, right? So proceed to the next. You have GBP CAD. Now for GBP CAD, the POIs that we marked, that we expected, that price was like gonna respect, did not respect. It did not, though. It did not. Wait a minute. And so since this is structural low, this is a structural low, if you connect these two dots together, the way I'm even saying this is that left to a shift already. What I'm seeing is a shift. I know what I'm saying, because when I look at it, I know, okay, there's a shift of structure there. Let's go to 1 hour to see if there is a second break or oh, there fuck, motherfucker. Okay, so there is the first break of structure here, there is a second break of structure here, and this is the origin of that break of structure here. If you go to 2 hours, let's say find the POI, you'll see that this is a fair value gap. Price is presently at the current market price of the right entry. If you wanted to take a sell from here, at least you could still reach onto swing point 2R 2.4. That's 2.4R. It's still there. Hopefully it does though. So if you want to take a trade like this, you want to take a trade, so you have entry at the current market price, that's GBPCAD. Current market price is 1.8666. That's 1.866669. 6669. Alright, 1.86669. Then stop loss is at so the stop loss that we have here is 1.86966. Then take profits will just be this low. Now the take profit, I need to adjust it because I take my profit as swing point low, swing point low. So make sure we have one. So it's correct. So this swing point is enough. So if you are taking the trade, you can do so. One thing I know is if price flips through this level, then it's like you forget about it movement. It will just continue going up. You get. So if you go to 8 hours, let's see what's in 8 hours. Let's see it. If you go to 8 hours, you see that it's a bearish, very bearish candle. Let me go to a daily time frame. There's a bear. I'm thinking there's something. Daily candle looks like a rejection, but then we've seen what we want to see, and we've risked what we want to risk. So if you are taking the trade, right, is in a flip zone, what you guys used to call support or resistance or whatever. All right, if you look to the left like this, you'll see that it was a resistance level before, it was a support level, and now this is where it is. So key zone, key level, whatever you call it, but it's a trade worth taking. Alright, so if you are taking it, take it. I'm waiting for you. Just waiting. I'm waiting before I continue, so do what you need to do. See as them killing them sharp. Just a funny I guess you should be done by now. The entry again is at the current market price. Stop loss is at 1.86966. Take profit is at 1.85929. Alright. Given that, now I proceed to the next one. So the next one we have is on EURCHF. So for EURCHF, I marked out this low to be swept. The last POI was this 2 hour here. Then the 2 hour time frame, you have this. But then I remember not marking it because of this did not look like a POI worth taking, given that there's no other block here. Everything that is just here has been mitigated. This one was mitigated by this guy, this one was mitigated by this guy. So I remember I said we're just going to leave it alone because it was not worth taking. But eventually what was not worth taking has gone. That's the madness that we deal with every day in this market, but then it's fine. Yeah, it is fine. So now that we've confirmed that there is a breakout, what we're going to wait for is a pullback. Although today is Thursday, today is not Thursday now, today is Wednesday. I think today is Thursday, so today is Wednesday. So let me just mark it. If it were to be Thursday now, I know the market anything. So since today is Wednesday, I'll just define our daily range. So define our daily range, we have the low here and we have the high here. So if price start pulling back, we will expect price to pull back into levels like this, and then for it to respect, right? That's the discount for a buy continuation. although it looks like this fair value gap has been mitigated, though this is a serious problem. We can't use it again because even partial mitigation is mitigation, even when it doesn't look like it mitigated it completely. So can't use this anymore. Maybe what we're going to try and do is we'll wait. If price is going to now pull back, taking out this low will be effective. But this is 2 hours, so let's see 4 hours first. Ouch. So on point. So 4 hours fair value is still there. So alright, you wait, mitigate, buy. You will see HF. So that's it. Next we have is on Euro JPY. Well, as you can see, JPYs, we don't know what got into them during the week. They were very weak and price just broke structures and kept on breaking structures to the upside, and the result is what you can see on your screen. Price broke structure sharp, so it didn't pick our POI. If not, our directional bias was correct. Moving on to the next one, we have Euro GBP. Now Euro GBP is presently trading in a very important zone. I remember, we marked this level. I said one of these two is gonna happen. Either price trade up to this level, or it respects a flip zone here. And at the moment it's respecting the flip zone, which is this one. Why did we trust the flip zone? Basically because there is a sweep here. There is a first break, second break. Now, so even break it off furthermore, there is a first. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, it broke the structure, so this one is the first one. But this is a flip zone, and so price is respecting that zone. Let's see it 2 hours. Should be a field of that block. Yeah, this whole level. But I need the fair value gap is what I'm looking for. Exactly. So this flip zone is even associated with the fair value here. So the fair value gap 2026 is for fair value gaps. I remember beginning of 2025, if I hear fair value gap, I'm not even following when I talk anything. I would not answer any fucking body when it has to do with the fair value gap. I'll leave it alone, like with my full chest. But of recent, I found that if you're not trading fair value gap, you're on your own. No. Because not every time the price will not respect OB, which is the other block. Fair value gaps are now strong too, just like our other blocks are. So we might have a likely pullback on Euro GBP to the upside before a sell continuation. But from what we're seeing on the screen, a sell continuation should occur while the drawn liquidity is here. Overall drawn liquidity is here. Alright, so this is the drawn liquidity. Maybe I'll call it another thing. All of another column drawn liquidity. Maybe I should call my own magnet of liquidity or whatever. So that's on Euro GBP, by the way. Next is on Euro NZD. I told you this one I even told you that we're not going to do anything on this guy because it's ranging. Clearly looking at it, you know it's ranging. Okay, so looking at Euro NZD, it's ranging now because if you look at this, price has not been able to take out this demand zone at all. So the price keep on coming back into it and rejecting it and respecting it. Then if you look at the you might not understand what I'm doing here, but this is also another key level that price is respecting too. If I drag it down back further like this, if you see, so it's respecting all these levels like this down. Here was a support, here resistance, here was support, here resistance. So it's just ranging. The motherfucker is ranging. Alright, so it's ranging, and let me just tell you, until we have a defined breakout from either this level, a defined breakout, meaning after price gets there, it breaks out 2 times. It's not once, because that once can end up being a manipulation. Alright, so it breaks out twice from one of these 2 levels, then we can call it, we can say we're looking for an entry. Other than that, it's just bollocks. Next is on NZD card. This one too did not respect our PO value. That's like 3 L's. So what is you doing with your life? What is you doing? Okay, so there's a fair value gap in 4-hour time frame that price is presently respecting here. This guy here, that's what price is presently respecting. You can see the gap now. So price is respecting this fair value here, and it broke this structure, overall structure. So this tells me that the uptrend is still very much valid. So this is like a trend continuation. So meaning if you check here, wait, I need to see something. So chances to see everything. Okay, so if you check the 2-hour time frame, right, you'll see that what happened here was like a flip also, because structure bent away here. It's supposed to continue the downtrend here, but then moved up to breaking the overall structure. So what price is just doing is retesting that level that broke from for a buy continuation. That's just what is just happening now. So if you look at this, you see it becomes easy for you to see this way. So what you can do to like hop on the buy is to wait for a pullback. Just wait for a pullback around this level, like this. So if you pullback around this level, then you can buy from here to this L there, and then your TP should can be the ERL, which is the external range liquidity, way up. Okay, so 2 hours OB, stop loss is below the fair value gap in 4 hours. TP is at the 2 hours high or the structure high as you have it. So that's it on NZD card. Alright, next is on NZD JPY. JPY did not give entry except for CAD JPY. We bought CAD JPY, so that's the only one that we kind of like got, since the rest did not give entry. My nose is blocked. Okay, so NZD-CHF also another L's, and it has flipped this zone here. So I'm going to just delete this alert, been an alarm. The price has flipped and it's going already, so we're supposed to continue buying. Before we had to sell buyers. Hold on, let me bring back what I just did. I want to see what happened here. Okay, yeah. So we had to sell buyers before, but for now no longer. So what we have is what we have now is a buy continuation for price to continue going up. Then ADJPY nothing. ADJPY did not give us anything. ADCHF, I don't think anything happened yet. So then we have this guy. What's this guy doing? Nothing to. This guy is flipping. I expect it to go up from here, but no continuation. If you see the way price pushed through the POI here, it just went through downwards, respected this fair value gap here. So now it's a check as price shifted to sell. I'm not sure. because it's respecting from a key level. So this high is very dangerous. Price is going to take it out. When you check the overall structure, you see that the trend is still holding strong, so like that. The trend is still holding strong, but then when you check this, you see that a breakout occurred here for a retest. So my own candid opinion would be to check the 2 hours if there is a confirmational break. So looking at 2 hour time frame, we only have one break of structure here, only one. So we don't have a second break of structure, so we cannot use the sell, and we have to go with the buy continuation. So no way we're not using the sell. Skip. So we had CAD JPY buy. We had CAD JPY buy on Monday now. Yeah, on Monday. That one has gone and hit his own TP. Since on shadow bandy. So it's gone and it hits his TP. I think apart from this there's nothing else. Then we'll be back to DXY, right? Okay. Then we'll be back to DXY. After this is back to DXY. Yeah, after this is back to DXY. So basically this is it. Then for the news for today is Wednesday, so we have core PPI, which is the producer price index, around 230 today. All news is on USD today, no other news. That's high impact news. So after today, before tomorrow, then we have a GBP news. Okay, I guess this brings us to the end. We're going to meet again tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, so Friday. For those ones that know, we meet Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So on Friday we're going to continue, and have a nice day. Do what you need to do and take care of yourself.